Who is Charles the Bold? Charles the Bold is a man who was the son of Louis the Pious, who was the original Holy Emperor, and grandson of Charles Magnin, who was another Holy Emperor. The mother was Judith of Bavaria, who was Louis the Pious's wife. Charles was crowned the King of France during 843 AD through to 877 AD, and 2 years before the end of his reign as King of France, he was the King of Italy, but only for 2 years, which was also when he was crowned as the Holy Emperor. What significant event happened to Charles the Bold? In 844 AD, Vikings started to invade Paris. The first attack started in the east port of Paris, afterwards the north, the west, and south. Charles the Bold was, at the time, in his kingdom and received a note from the Paris king at the time to aid them in battle. Charles the Bold assembles an army, led by Charles himself, and goes to Paris to aid them in their battle against the Vikings. Charles assembled a small army, so the outcome of this was that Charles was defeated and the Vikings sink further into the Paris grounds and invaded and conquered Paris. What was the final battle of the Charles the Bold? In 875 AD, Louis II died, and afterwards Charles the Bold comes to where Louis was in 876 AD and claims the title of Holy Emperor. A few years later, Louis the German, Charles the Bold's brother, dies, and Charles thinks that he can now have his possessions. Invades where Louis the German was and is defeated by Louis the German's successor, Louis the Young. Charles the Bold is then killed in battle by Louis the German's nephew, Carloman. The death of the Emperor Louis I the Pious, or Charles the Bold and Louis the German's father, also known as the Holy Emperor, led the outbreak which Charles the Bold and Louis the German had to team up against Lothair, the new emperor. The two allies defeated Lothair in 841 AD in the Battle of Fontenay. In 842 AD, the two brothers, Charles and Louis, confirmed their alliance by the celebrated Oath of Strasbourg. The war ended by a treaty in August 843 AD. Settlement gave Charles the Bold the West Franks kingdom, and Louis received the eastern part of the Carolingian Empire, known as East Francia, and then later known as Germany. Lothair wasn't executed, but regained the title as the Imperial and also the Italian kingdom, and later he was known as the King of the Middle Francia.